It has been nearly a year and a half since bail reform statutes came into effect here in Oneida County. Senator Joseph Griffo and District Attorney Scott McNamara spoke with reporter Jamie Agile about how this reform is working today.
In January 2020, Oneida County saw bail reform rules set in place. But the district attorney says those rules are not doing what they were intended to do.
The bail reform statute made it so that everyone gets released when charged. They're given an appearance ticket to appear in court at a later date. District Attorney Scott McNamara identifies the number of no-shows as one of the major problems with the reform.
The number of no-shows is astronomical. It's just there's just nobody showing up to court. And then what's happening in the city courts is that a lot of the people that are showing up, but they're continuing to get different charges.
Another concern the district attorney has is mental health. Criminals in need of mental health evaluation are not getting the care they need under the bail reform statute.
They commit nuisance type of crimes, but they're very mentally ill and they need to be evaluated, and they need to be committed to a state hospital for treatment. And we can't do that now, the way the statute is.
The district attorney hopes New York State legislature will take action to further reform the current system before major tragedy strikes.
Historically, the legislature doesn't fix things until somebody's, until there's a terrible case, and then all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden it's important. But it's important now.
Senator Joseph Griffo agrees that further reform is important and very much needed.
I think this has been a failed policy. It is the wrong policy. It's bail changes, not reform, because these are not reforms. What you do have now is many of these instances and the indicators in the rise in crime, I think, are attributed to this policy.
Senator Griffo cites the discovery aspect of the bail reform as a reason why he thinks it is a failed policy. This part of the reform makes it so that police cannot protect people who come forward to report a criminal. The criminal is allowed to access that person's information.
Those were changes made, too, that really now have made it less likely for witnesses to come forward, and as a result, difficult to put people to face consequences for their criminal activity.
The senator is unaware of any exact timeline, but he hopes New York State legislature can make the necessary changes and take stakeholder perspectives into consideration. Assemblywoman Mary Ann Buttonshaw was not available for comment.
Reporting in Utica, I'm Jamie Agile, Eyewitness News.
Be sure to get our CNY homepage app so